Okay, let's see. I'm going to scan some film with my Nikon Coolscan 5000. And this goes back to early 2000. It was a parade in Los Angeles for some different groups of people. I think it was Central America. And this is shot on some Kodak 400 T-Max, and what it was developed in, I don't know if it was in T-Max developer or if it was Decadol. Most likely it was Decadol, but I don't know. I was using all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I have set this up, and I'm going to show you a little bit how I do this, so you guys can comment if you have a better way to do it. So I just find a microfiber cloth, and I just kind of go over it like that a little bit. And then I kind of find some canned air, and I just kind of, I usually try to keep it on a stable surface so that it doesn't move around. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this film in here like this, and I'll show you that I'm gonna probably, so the settings I have here on this scanner, I don't think you can use the native scan software that Nikon made. And so I've used Silverfast, I've used ViewScan, and I have to say I like ViewScan. Now, depending on what you're trying to achieve, it depends. So I have it set to basically scan and then go into Lightroom. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in Lightroom. And it's, I got a lot of different settings. I can go over some of these settings, but let's just see. It's going to basically preview it. It's going to scan it. I could go outside of the negative more, but I'm trying to have it do the best it can to try to find out what's in focus and crop it automatically. So let's go over to Lightroom. So what happens is when I have it scanning, it's going to save it, and I have a watched file over here. So here it is. This is the file right here, and I'm going to actually do some adjustments on it, okay? So here we go. We got this. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm going to crop it in a little bit. Bring it up in here a little bit. If I need to, I can brighten it up a little bit, but not too much. That looks pretty good. So auto works great. So you can notice there's some really thick, I guess, scratches on here. I'm not worried about that. I can go through and I can kind of, clean them up a little bit if I want to. So right here, we're going to crop this in here like this. Like this. And so I notice they're coming out very gray. So I'll probably see if I can adjust that. I think I know what it is doing that. But auto doesn't do a bad job. Now see, the flag is actually backwards there, so you can't read what it is. So I'm actually going to go to transform, flip horizontal, and now you can read what that says right there. So I am going to bump up the exposure just a little bit there. Notice that you can also change it in the histogram a little bit there. I don't like it too sharp there. Okay, so now I'm going to go auto on that, and I think it's pretty close. There are a lot of little spots on here I'm going to fix. The cool thing is Lightroom is pretty fast for a lot of little things you might want to fix. And right now I only have a resolution of 2400. I could go up to 4000 pixels per inch, but for what I'm trying to accomplish, this is this is good enough. And what's cool is if you're doing a mouse, you can just go up and down in Lightroom and change the size of the spot healing brush, which is really cool. And so here you see some El Salvador. I think it was also some Guatemala. Yeah, so I don't necessarily, I'd rather have a little bit, sometimes when I'd rather have a little bit more to work with. So if the scans look kind of muddy, sometimes that's better than the histogram being perfect, because then if it goes too far with the highlights, then I'm not able to really work on that there. So I'm just kind of making this a little bit, it's kind of a little black there. It's changing that a little bit. Lightroom's great for like some good fast pictures. So I'll go over this, of course, more, but there we go. These are some fast editing that you can do the way that I have it set up. And I think it's great. So let's look at what's potentially going on. I might actually keep it, because before what I was getting with the before what I was getting was not working out well. So right there you can see how it kind of did not get the right spot. So I'm kind of curious now as to how it's determining the spot for the scans. So let me just go like this. To me, that seems considerably off. Like, yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to go like that and see if it changes it. Maybe it's all of them. So let's see, crop, default options, buffer, okay, auto. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, it's not necessarily getting in the right spot, so we will see what happens with the next one. Let's go over here to the color. Color. Right here, we're going to change this to be maybe like neutral. Let's see what the next one gets. So you guys get an idea when you're changing the what I am gonna do is this. I'm gonna go just a little bit farther out, and what that might do is give us a little bit more. Okay, so now, I have it set up to basically also just auto eject. So right here you can see autofocus always, scan, it's gonna automatically scan, and then it's going to save on the scan. And print, I don't want it to print. And then it's going to auto eject. So let's see what happens here. Let's make this picture bigger right here so you can see me, what I'm doing. There we go. Using these are actually some cool cloths I got from Nikon. I have some other ones that are especially for this, but you know what? This does a pretty good job here. Okay, so I kind of wipe it. Got my can here of some canned air, just hitting it off. And so when I'm putting this through here, I have it set up to go to, let's see, well, it kind of depends on how you have it set up, but right there, let's go like that. There we go. Now let's see if it changes at all to what we got. curious to see how this is going to work. So what I did is I changed the color to be neutral, the color balance, so it's going to try to automatically kind of change the highlights and the shadows. So there we can see it. It still looks like it's a little bit dark, so I don't know. Now I can change these settings around here, but let's just see what we get, okay? So I'm going to go over here. I'm really pleased with what I'm getting. There is, you know, some scratches on the film. I also have it set to 75, which I probably could bump up to 80 as far as the quality, but they're not bad. This is more than what you would need, more than enough for, say, online. Let's see what we get here with this next one. I can go over here to the, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's still giving us the muddy results, but again, this means I have more to work with as far as, because it's very easy to just quick bring it up in Lightroom. It's almost nothing. So right here, we're gonna, it's fairly fast too. So I mean, like now, if I want to clean them up, it's gonna take a little bit more time. And of course, Photoshop has some things I've been playing around with just a little bit to clean up, you know, restore photos, but I don't know if it's quite at a place to be able to handle such things are so busy. It might not know what's what. But again, this could take me a while, but I'm not quite so worried about it. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Auto does a really good job. And I'm just bringing it up a little bit. And if I wanted to bring this over here a little bit, I could. I think it's a little bit too bright, and it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But it's pretty fast, the scanning. Now, if I'm going to go full size, it might take a little bit longer, and it depends on what you're running with. I have a Mac Studio, so it's slightly, it's not too slow, you know. Now, at some point, it's going to go to the next one, and yeah. So, but this is just how I do it. It's kind of faster this way. And then if I want to go through and really work on a photo, I can. It's pretty fast, and I like that. It also kind of, check out this. This is a pretty cool shot. Let's see, let's go like that a little bit. Yeah, I might have to change the exposure a little bit, but it's not too bad. I'm kind of pushing it. And then when you do that, you're going to see more artifacts. The more you have to modify an image, you're going to see the imperfections more if it's not like, you know, like a TIFF file or something like that. And I'm using JPEGs. So the more I have to, let's see what we got here. New photo. Go like this. Not bad, but you'll see what changes. Like if when I start using some of the other controls you can do in ViewScan, you can get a lot. And then Silverfast has even more options, which is just like blows my mind. So you can get, maybe you can tell me some of the experience you had with scanning, and I'm sure I could change my my process up a lot better. But there's just something about film. You know, I have so many digital cameras and stuff. Just something about film that takes me back. You know, I remember when I was just a little kid working at stuff in the darkroom, and I don't know. Film just has its own look that I really enjoy a lot. I never get tired of looking at film. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm going to put this one back. Here we go. Let's get this one here. Doesn't want to come out here. Some more from this really cool. And I got all kinds of cameras, lenses. I honestly like for the film cameras. I mean, there's some other ones, wide angle, telephoto a little bit, but I really enjoy just a nifty 50, a 1.8. And I enjoy that. Okay, so let's see what right here. What we can do is we can change this instead of generic. Let's go to Kodak. You know what? I'm curious though. Let's try this. Let's just try white balance or auto levels. Let's try auto levels. I'm curious to see what happens here. Put this in here like that. Oh, you know what? So if you mess up and you want to eject it, which I want to eject it right now, I think it is edit, image. I don't know where the eject is. I have to find it. I thought there was an eject. Okay, so let me cancel it and see if I can cancel it. There it goes. It comes out. Okay, so I just didn't get to hit it with the air. Okay, let's see here. Try that. No perfect way. I'm curious to see like if what we did right there with that color, the auto levels, is going to give it, you know, how that's going to look. So let's go back over here. Kind of cool looking at that negative up close like that on the screen. Okay, so it's previewing it and focused. There we go. This might be a little bit better. So these shots are fantastic though. Look at these. This one probably needs a little bit more brightness. Oh, just gonna work with that. Yeah, that's not so bad. I think crop that a little bit. There we go. That's not bad. I think that's giving us a closer process. Then it's just a matter if it's going to give it too much, but maybe I can take it down a little bit with the highlights, you know, if I need to. I think that works. You know, lots of little spots there. I do notice that when you're, yeah, you know what? And then if I have to fix the scans, I'm not going to lose them as much. So we'll see how this works overall. This is a lot of bright sun I shot, you know, in, but it seems like it's doing a good job. Just kind of fixing them up there like this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Not bad. Bring it up in here. And what I did also, I don't know if I recommend doing this, but what I did is, let's see if I can show you what I did. So I took this one. This is the second one this is what you used to to put the film in there, and it comes out for the Coolscan 5000. And what I did is in here, I don't know if you can see it, but that opening right there, right here, this opening, I filed it down. And I don't know if I saw it online or something or what. I filed it down because then it gave me more space for the negative so I could do a full frame. And it's worked pretty good. There might be some reasons not to do that, but I did it. Let's go over here and see what we got. Okay. That one looks okay. The only thing, you know what though? We need to change this around like that. I don't know what that is. I don't think I'm feeling that. Yeah, that does not do anything for me. So this one, I'm going to delete it because I don't know what that is. Okay, let's remove that one. Cancel this one. I'll have to see if it's the same stuff. Remove. So if you want to delete something, you can remove it just from Lightroom, or you can delete it altogether. And I'm going to just delete it altogether. So that looks dark if you ask me. This one looks dark too. Very interesting kind of costumes, but this stuff there, that looks dark. And so I don't want anything to do with that. Nope, not email. Cancel. I guess you can email the pictures too. So remove that. Delete there. Okay, let's see the next one we got. Moving right along. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. So that must be the last one here. Here we go. So again, they look pretty close to, like the extremes, but, it does look like it might be going a little bit too far. But you can take it back a little bit. Yeah, I don't like anything cutting off, clipping my highlights. So, but it does look much more closer to what it is. So this is kind of where you have to determine. So what I want is something that's like this, but with a little bit less clipping of the highlights. Like you can tell, see how it's clipping right there? Let me go like this histogram so you can see it slightly better. It's clipping the highlights right there, and I don't like that. That's no bueno. So for me, I'm going to see if there's some way I can kind of adjust it a little bit. Before it was kind of too much one way, and this one is too much the other way. So let's try neutral. I don't think that's going to do much. I think it's right here. We got the curve high and the curve low. So let's see if I change this to 85. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm seeing what happens here, okay? And here we go. We got the last one. And then I'll be doing some more too. The last one, so I'm going to take my microfiber cloth, or it seems very microfiber cloth like, so I'm not sure if it is, but I think it might be because it's Nikon's. Is what I got for all the lenses for Nikon's mirrorless lenses. Here we go. Again, if you have a different way that you do this, let me know. That looks good. Let's put it in here. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, I see a little dirt there. I wouldn't suggest doing this, but I guess it didn't get it off. Not much you can do, I guess, when it's kind of. I'm very carefully just kind of doing that because I don't want to just remove it. I don't know that it got it off at all. Maybe. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we went 85 on the curve high. And you know what? You guys are going to have to tell me because maybe I'm not doing that right. Maybe it's the auto part that's clipping those bright highlights. Yeah, I would rather kind of keep them a little bit. Now, what I do have is I do have this tool that I like to use sometimes. Looks like there's plenty of space there, but I'm just recycling a little bit. Okay, this one, I don't know what that is. I don't know that I'm feeling that too, but for now, I'm just going to see like this. It doesn't look like it brought me the right direction. If anything, it looks like it brought me the wrong direction. So you'll have to tell me if I'm doing this right. See, because I need more on the highlights, and they look like they got clipped a little bit there. I don't know. And the other thing is you have to see if it's actually for one image. I think sometimes you have to select all of them that you want changed, and I don't know if I did that right, so we'll see. Okay, let's see the next one that came in there. Lots of dirt right in there, boy. Oh, we got some more of this action. Just not going to run with this one. So we're going to delete this. Yeah, I just if for some reason I don't want an image, I just delete that thing. You don't want to be playing with like any kind of animal spirits. That will not be what you want. There, let's see here. Yeah, I think though overall, I like that kind of muted highlights a little bit. Maybe not completely, but a little bit. So I might go back to what we were and see if I can change it. Let's see this one. And also in Lightroom, probably what I should do is probably go up bigger. Actually, I think I'm doing this wrong. There we go. That's probably what I should do. There. We had so definitely clipping the highlights a little bit. So I'll have to see if the next video if I have figured that out a little bit. See how those whites are getting clipped. Now it looks fairly natural, but it's just too much for me. So I'm not satisfied with that. What I do like about this image, there's some light scratching right there, but it's not too bad. Okay, let's fix. There we go. El Salvador, excellent. Let's go over here. Let's crop this one just a little bit. Real fast. There we go. What I can do then is I can just come in here. Now you can change it to whatever you want the magnification to be. And you can, what's cool is you can drag this little spot over. So next time we'll get a different set of oh, this one is really filthy. That is not going to work. It's a photo to remember, but wow, it got hit with a lot of dust and dirt. Okay. So there you go. Hopefully that showed you something, and you can show me some of the stuff you're doing. Maybe you have a system that might help me out, so you can tell me how you do everything. Okay. Hopefully, get to hear more from you.